permits have been approved for the demolition to begin on the rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island for the future Frontierland attraction featuring cartoon cars. That's just my personal opinion there.
That is Jared's personal opinion.
Yeah. So they got the state had come back before and asked for clarification, more information about the permits, seemingly that it's been greenlit. So anybody that was holding out hope that the state of Florida and bureaucracy was going to save the rivers of America, that is not going to be the case. So there has been no official closing date for it, anything like that. I'm sure I would be surprised if it runs into the fall, because I imagine they're going to probably want to start pretty soon on construction.
I don't want to talk too much about this because we have talked about this before ad nauseum, I think. The only thing I'm going to say is that I love water, like bodies of water. I think it's a good separation between sections of the theme park. Mm-hmm. And I will be sad that I don't see that in off of Liberty Square and into Frontierland. I think it'll feel very different, which good or bad, we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna be sad about the loss of the river.
Well, to me, it's twofold. I think it's a major mistake to get rid of the rivers of America. I think it brings a lot of ambiance. I think it adds a good, it sets the tone for that entire area. Now, the reason is more than likely they're doing it is because the Rivers Foundation needed a lot of work. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they wanted to put the money in for something that they don't deem has an ROI. I think that's a major reason for this. The other flip side to it, not only do I think the Rivers of America going away is a mistake, but I also just have lots of questions about, I'm not against a Cars-themed attraction or a Cars land necessarily, but I am against it going into a Frontierland setting. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Talking about the Wild West with horses and buggies and, frontiermen, and they're like, cartoon cars racing on dirt. And you're like, that doesn't make a lot of sense unless, which I think they'll probably, if I were to guess, is going to happen, Frontierland is no longer going to be Frontierland. They've taken down those signs. I think most things point to, even if they call it Frontierland, there's a change in what Frontierland means. So I think that's a pretty good indication of that. Plus, it's just also somewhat of a direct connection to Walt. I don't like things like stuff like that go away, but it's happening. So
it is happening.
I guess, construction wise, well, they also rumor wise that the villain's land work, prep work is going to begin next month as well. Mm-hmm. So that's probably going to coincide with that.
Yeah.
So lots of construction is going to be going on at Magic Kingdom. You only have that going on. You got Big Thunder Mountain down until 2026. Yeah. You have Astro Orbiter currently being refurbed. So there's a lot of construction, which will be interesting to see. Not only do you have, Epic Universe opening, but a lot of the construction Disney's doing themselves. Does that also deter crowds during this, given major parts of the parks are going to be under construction? I don't know. But yeah, so if you're holding out hope, I'd say go visit the Rivers of America. I'm going to guess it doesn't make it past the summer if I were to give a guesstimation on when they're going to say they're going to close it.
I don't know. Do you remember it was drained? They drained the water out and they're working on it for a year.
I do remember that.
That wasn't that long ago either.
That was only 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah.
I just remember walking by it and like, oh. Yeah. You could see the track where the boat was.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
It was kind of weird.
It was very strange.